Hello, my dear pharmacy students. My name is Sachin Jadhav, founder Fundamental Pharmacy, author of Fundamentals of GPAT Niper DI Pharmacist, Volume 1, GPAT Cracker Achiever MCQ book, and 5 more books. Welcomes you in this YouTube video session. And today we are going to see how to prepare for GPAT 2023-24. I would like to share some tips and tricks regarding GPAT preparation to you. See, most of the students they used to ask me frequently, sir, we want to prepare for GPAT. We are willing to write the GPAT exam. We are very much enthusiastic regarding the GPAT, but we are not getting a proper way. We are not getting a starting point. Please guide us. So it's a video for you, and it's my request to you. Please watch this video until end. And if you are new on our channel, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you will not miss any video. That is, my name is Sachin Jadhav. I have done my Master of Pharmacy from Government College of Pharmacy Amravati 2013. I have qualified in GPAT 5 times. I have also qualified in Niper and 2 times Government Pharmacist exams. This video will be full of knowledge for you, and each and every doubt of your will be cleared in this video. So we are going to see this GPAT preparation in 4 parts. So out of that, today we will see the part first. So I would like to start my session with one dialogue. You might have seen a KGF movie. Everybody has seen that movie, I think. I would like to start this session with that. I have improvised that dialogue, and I would like to start with that. So GPAT, GPAT, GPAT. I don't like it. I avoid. But GPAT likes me. I can't avoid. So welcome GPAT 2023-24 aspirants. So we'll see first what is mean by GPAT. What is GPAT? We used to conduct it. Why you have to prepare for GPAT? What are the benefits of GPAT? What are the importance of GPAT? Then we'll see the pattern. What is the pattern for exam? Then we'll see how to start. What is the syllabus? How you have to divide the syllabus in different way. Which subject you have to start. Now first, what is GPAT and who used to conduct the GPAT? There is one exam known as a Graduate Pharmacy Aptitude Test. Now this exam is conducted every year, and you can apply this exam if you are in a final year or for practice if you are in a third year. So it is a Graduate Pharmacy Aptitude Test. This test is conducted every year. So it is a kind of entrance exam after B.Pharm. If you want to do your master courses, so if you want to do M.Pharm, MS or M.Tech, so for that it is a gateway. This is a test to evaluate your graduation in the pharmacy. Everybody takes admission for B.Pharm. He used to get pass out. Who are going to check your knowledge? Who are going to evaluate how much you are a graduate in the pharmacy? The result of that graduation will be reflected in your GPAT scorecard. So you can say it is a reflection of your competency in the pharmacy. How much you are competent. Okay, how much knowledge you have. You have done your B pharmacy, but you have knowledge or not. That is going to be checked by this test. It is a gateway for master courses, doctoral courses. Doctoral means PhD courses. Okay, this exam earlier was conducted by Sayaji Maharaj University, Baroda before 2010. Then it was shifted to AICT. I think last 5 years the exam is being conducted by National Testing Agency. There is little bit difference between the pattern of each and every conducting agency. So we'll see in upcoming slide. What is the eligibility criteria for this exam? Who are eligible for writing the GPAT exam? So ideally, and as per the NTA, as per the National Testing Agency, B.Pharm 4th year students, they are eligible officially. So if you are in a B.Pharm final year, you can apply for the exam and you can write this exam. But that doesn't mean third year student cannot apply. Third year student also can apply for the practice. So this is the eligibility criteria. What are the importance of GPAT and what are the benefits of GPAT? What are the importance of GPAT? What are the benefits of GPAT? If you are not well known regarding the importance of GPAT, regarding the benefits of GPAT, you will not prepare yourself for GPAT, or you will not have that spark. So you need to understand what is importance and what are the benefits that you are going to get after GPAT qualification. If you want to do your master courses like M.pharm, MS and M.Tech. Obviously that MS and M.Tech is offered by Niper institutes, but if you want to do these courses, you need this exam. So this is very important exam for your master courses, M.pharm, MS and M.tech. Again, if you want to pursue your PhD afterwards, then you need this exam again. For PhD also, this is very important exam. So if you are GPAT qualified, so there is no need to write a PAT exam. Suppose you are qualified and you want to do PhD. Suppose you are GPAT qualified, you want to do your PhD, then you just have to apply for the PAT exam. So your application will be in a exemption. There is no need to write the PAT exam if you are GPAT qualified. Then again, GPAT exam is very important for your. So if you want to do fellowship like junior research fellow, this GPAT exam is very important. Nowadays, for getting jobs also, GPAT exam is very important. If you are GPAT qualified, that will be additional plus point to your resume. There are certain private colleges, there are certain private companies, multinational companies, for example, Mylan Pharmaceuticals and other multinational companies. They are only selecting GPAT qualified candidates. There are a lot of colleges nowadays, they have started selecting only GPAT qualified candidates. So it is very important for your job search. Now, again, the main benefit of this GPAT exam. So what is the main benefit? Benefit of GPAT exam is nothing but the financial benefit. So government will give you 12.4 thousand per month for 2 years if you are GPAT qualified and if you are taken admission for master. So government will provide you 12.4 thousand per month for 2 years as a stipend. So it will be around 3 lakhs rupees. Okay. And suppose that you have qualified GPAT with very good rank and you are taken admission for masters M.pharm in the government colleges. So the fees in the government colleges are very less, 35,000 per year. So your masters will be in a 70,000 and you will get stipend around 3 lakhs. 3 lakhs minus 70, so 2.30. 2.30 you will be in a profit at the end of your masters. That means your master course will be free of cost. If you are GPAT qualified, if you are GPAT qualified with good rank, your masters will be free of cost and there will be no burden regarding the fees on your parents. If you want to, if you take an admission for PhD, so again government will give you stipend around 35,000. So if you want to do PhD and if you are GPAT qualified, so again you are going to get here your stipend of 35,000 per month. Then again, if you are GPAT qualified, so you will be preferred in the industry, you will be preferred in the academics. Preparing GPAT is very important. So why you want to prepare for GPAT? See, from last 4 years, a lot of private colleges has been opened in the Maharashtra and other states also. See, the standards of education is going down every year, and the students are not becoming competent. Though they are getting a degrees, but they are not having enough knowledge. While preparing GPAT, you are going to gain some kind of knowledge. So you are going to get knowledge while preparing the GPAT. And see, GPAT preparation is not only for your GPAT exam or not only for your graduation. GPAT preparation will help you lifetime. So whatever study you have done while preparing GPAT, whatever knowledge you have gained during the GPAT preparation, that is going to be help you for lifetime. And again, this preparation definitely 100% is going to help you for other kind of exam like Niper is there, drug inspector is there, government analyst, government pharmacist, and other pharmaco competitive exam like for example government lectureship is there, drug control officer is there, your assistant commissioner is there. So there are a lot of exams you are going to face in your life. Preparation of GPAT will also help you for the preparing this exam. So if you have prepared GPAT well, your 80% work is already done for these exams. You do not need to prepare separately these exams. Just prepare GPAT thoroughly and your preparation for other exams will be also done. So remember this, this is main importance and you need to understand what is importance and benefits and then only you can decide whether you want to do GPAT or not. So we'll see the next point, that is exam pattern. So how to apply and what is the exam pattern for GPAT examination? As I have told you in the last slide, this exam is conducted every year. So every year GPAT will be conducted by a national testing agency. Now applications for this exam normally announced in the November-December month of the every year. Exam is scheduled in the January and result will be declared in the February. Now what is the exam? It is an online exam of 3 hours. Computer based test CBT. Online exam of 3 hours. You will have 125 MCQ over here which will cover your 500 marks. So 125 MCQ for 500 marks Now each MCQ will carry 4 marks. But remember over here there is a negative marking in this exam. So what kind of negative marking? So there is a 0.25% negative marking. Means for each MCQ 4 marks are there, and 0.25 negative marking means for wrong answer -1. So if you answer correctly, you will get 4 mark. If your answer is wrong, you will get -1 mark. Okay. So remember there is negative marking, and this you have to keep in mind, because while solving the paper in the excitement, a lot of students they used to go and solve all the MCQs, and that's why most of their MCQs are correct, but they will not qualify because of negative marking. So you have to remember there is negative marking. Now let's see the cutoff of previous few years. So cutoff marks for previous years. In 2014-15, there was a cutoff mark of 120 around, and these cutoff marks are only for general category. Reserved category candidates, or those candidates which are having reservation, they will have less cutoff. Okay, so for general category in 2014-15, it was 120 marks. In 2016-17, it was around 113-115 marks. In 2018-19, it was 137, 141 mark respectively. In 2020, it was 136. In 2021, it was 186. So you can see up to 2021. So every year cutoff marks was increasing, because everyone is getting awareness regarding the GPAT. So a lot of coaching classes are there, a lot of GPAT masters are there, lot of people are guiding you regarding the preparation of GPAT. So that's why each and every students they are getting aware about the GPAT. They are getting pinpoints. They are well aware about the what is important, what is not important. So that's why cutoff marks obviously it is going to be increase year by year. But what happened in last year, that is GPAT 2022. So just in GPAT 2022, because there was a corona crisis before GPAT 2022 in 2020, 2020 and 2021. Because of that corona period, corona crisis or corona pandemic period, so a lot of colleges and almost every colleges was conducting online lectures. So student was not getting proper knowledge in online study, and that's why the cutoff went a little bit at a lower side. And again, there is one more reason for the cutoff, less cutoff. Paper was also tough in GPAT 2022. So that's why cutoff marks was a little bit less. Now these cutoff marks will give you idea regarding how many number of MCQs you have to attempt in the exam. Normally what happens, your 40-50 correct answer will qualify you in the GPAT, provided that you have attempted less than 65 MCQs. Suppose that you have attempted 50 MCQs and out of that 40 MCQs are correct. So you are going to get qualified. Suppose that you have attempted 60 MCQs, out of that 50 are correct. Obviously you are again going to qualify. But you have attempted 60 MCQs and 20, 25 or 30 MCQs out of that is wrong, then you are not going to get qualified. See here, accuracy is very important. You should have 90% accuracy. See the next point now. Now, how to start your preparation and what is the syllabus? So, syllabus for your GPAT exam is nothing but the whole syllabus of your B.Pharm. Your 4-year syllabus of B Pharmacy is nothing but the syllabus for GPAT. The syllabus is also given by NTA, but it is nothing but the whole syllabus. Now, what is the ideal time to start preparation for GPAT? So, ideally, you should start your preparation for GPAT when you are in a second year or third year itself. Your B.Pharm syllabus, whole B.Pharm syllabus, right from first year to last year, it can be divided into 3 parts for your convenience, for your understanding purpose. I have divided this B.Pharm syllabus into 3 parts. So first part will be your basic subjects, second part will be your applied subjects, and third part will be other subjects. So what are the basic subjects? For example, anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, microbiology, physical pharmacy, pharmaceutical engineering, dispensing, organic chemistry, etc. These are the basic subjects. Now, what are the applied subjects? Applied subjects, for example, pharmacology, industrial pharmacy, biopharmaceutics, medicinal chemistry, instrumental analysis. These are the applied subjects. What are the other or uncategorized subject? Herbal drug technology or cognosy or pharmacognosy, jurisprudence, biotechnology, quality assurance, pharmacy practice, research methodology. These are the other subject. Okay, so basic, applied, and other. So basic subject you will find in the first year, second year syllabus of your B.Pharm. So whatever syllabus of first year and second year is there, so all these subject consist of a basic syllabus or basic subject. Whatever the syllabus is there in a third year and final year of B.Pharm, so you can call them as a applied subjects. Okay, these are the different subjects. Now, which subject you have to start? Okay, or which subject you have to take GPAT preparation, or which subject you have to take for starting your GPAT preparation. So which subject you should choose? Now you have to go with the basic subject first. Start preparing from basic subject. Basic subject, basic subjects, they are the basis for applied subjects. Okay? Or in the other words, you can say applied subjects are dependent on the basic subject. Okay, so if you understand the basic subject well, then you can understand the applied subject. Unless and until you have good or sound knowledge of your basic subject, you cannot go for applied subject. So that's why if you need to understand, you need to understand the basic subject first, and then you will understand applied subject easily. Okay, now you have to start your preparation from basic subject. Now why you have to start your preparation from basic subject, we'll see it. So uh, I will explain this with examples. Suppose that you are studying pharmacology. So pharmacology is nothing but the applied subject, and it is based upon the few basic subjects. So what are these few basic subjects? That is nothing but the your anatomy, physiology. The whole pharmacology is based upon these three subjects. First one is a anatomy, physiology. Second one is a biochemistry, and third one is a nothing but the your third one is nothing but the pathology, okay, and microbiology. So basically these anatomy, physiology, then biochemistry and microbiology. So these three subjects are the basis for pharmacology. That's why if you want to understand the pharmacology well, then your these three basics, anatomy, physiology, biochemistry and microbiology should be clear. Okay. Suppose that if you want to understand one chapter known as a anti-ulcer drugs or anti-secretory drugs, so for that, if you want to understand the mechanism of action, if you want to understand the classification, so for that you need to clear your physiology. Okay. Suppose that you are studying anti-ulcer chapter and anti-ulcer chapter, and you want to understand the mechanism of anti-ulcer drug. You want to understand the classification of anti-ulcer drug. So your physiology of gastric acid secretion must be clear. So you should know what is the physiology behind gastric acid secretion, how there is a generation of gastric acid in the stomach. So what are the different stages? If you well aware about the different factors that governs the gastric acid secretion. So if you know what is role of your histamine receptor in the gastric acid secretion, if you know what is role of your prostaglandin in the gastric acid secretion, what is role of somatostatin in the gastric acid secretion, what is the role of proton pump, and what is the influence of cholinergic system on the gastric acid secretion. So these are the few points. These are nothing but the these are nothing but the targets. These are the targets for anti-ulcer drugs. If your physiology is clear, you will find the targets, and these targets are nothing but the classes of different anti-ulcer drugs. If you understand these targets, you can easily classify the drug. There is no need to remember any classification. You can easily classify the drugs by your own. Likewise, for example, so what are the different targets for anti-ulcer drug? That is nothing but the histamine, histamine 2 receptor, prostaglandin, somatostatin, proton pump, cholinergic system. So now I will explain you classification. Simple. There are seventh classes of your anti-ulcer drug or antacids. So antacid is not a proper term. They have mentioned. Okay. So there are seventh classes. First class will be your antacids. In that also you have two subclasses. That is nothing but the systemic antacids and non-systemic antacids. Systemic antacids example sodium bicarbonate. Non-systemic antacid example aluminum hydroxide gel, magnesium trisilicate, sodium carbonate. Second class will be your histamine receptor blockers. H2 receptor blockers, cimetidine, ranitidine, famotidine, nizatidine, etc. etc. These are nothing but the histamine receptor blockers. Now, third class will be your proton pump inhibitors. So, omeprazole, rabeprazole, pantoprazole, esomeprazole, dextromethazole, etc. etc. So, all these azoles are proton pump inhibitors. Now, fourth class will be your somatostatin analog. Octreotide is the example. Now, fifth class will be your prostaglandin analog, misoprostol, lansinoprost, etc. etc. Now, sixth class will be your cholinergic antagonist or anticholinergic. So, atropine, phenelzapine, and all that. So, anticholinergic drugs. Seventh class will be your ulcer protective agent. Ulcer protective agent like sucralfate, etc. So, my point being, so if you understand the physiology, you will understand the targets, and if you know the targets, you can classify them. It is as simple as that. So there is no need to remember the classification. Lot of students they used to ask me, sir, classification is very important, but how to remember? We have a lot of classification. We have different kind of drugs. How to remember this classification? And I used to say them, there is no need to remember the classification. You can classify the drug. If your targets are clear, if your physiology is clear, if you know the targets, you can make your own classification. You just have to remember the names of drugs, and that is also easy. So that's why you need to read the basic subject first. Again, I will explain this. Another example. Again, suppose that you are studying antibacterial drugs from pharmacology. Now, whole antibacterial drugs. If you want to understand the antibacterial drugs, their classification, their mechanism of action, then you have to be clear about the microbiology, which is the basis. So I have already told you, pharmacology is based upon three subjects. First one is anatomy physiology, second one is a biochemistry, third one is a microbiology, and some part of pathology also. So if you want to understand the antibacterial drug, you must be clear regarding the microbiology. You should be clear regarding the structure of bacteria, structure of virus, and other microbial microbes. What is difference between gram positive, gram negative? So you should know this. Now you should know steps in infection. So how bacteria or virus will attach to body, then what will be the what the bacteria or virus will release. So attachment, etc. Attachment, penetration, and then replication. Okay. Now how bacteria multiplies in the living organism. You should know this. Okay. How there is a bacterial replication. What are the different enzymes responsible for the replication of bacterial DNA or RNA? What are the transcription? What are the different enzymes responsible for the transcription? What are the different enzymes responsible for the translation? Okay. So these enzymes, these steps, okay, these enzymes, these steps, these difference, they are nothing but the targets for antimicrobial agents. Okay. So you might have read the classification. Some antibiotic will affect the cell wall. For example, penicillin, statin, and all that. Penicillin, cephalosporin, statin. Some bacteria, some antibiotics will prevent the replication. So DNA guidance inhibitors, for example, quinolone antibiotics, they will prevent the replication. Okay. Then some antibiotic will prevent the transcription. Some antibiotic will prevent the translation. So protein synthesis inhibiting. Translation means protein synthesis. So aminoglycosides, macrolides, tetracyclines, they are nothing but they will inhibit the protein synthesis. There are some metabolic reaction in the bacteria. So that metabolic process will also be inhibited by certain kind of antibacterial drug. For example, sulfatox. They will inhibit the formation of folic acid in the bacteria. So my point being again, so if you want to understand the pharmacology, you need to be focused on anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, and microbiology. Okay, that's clear. Now, in the similar way, if you want to understand the industrial pharmacy, so that is the applied one, and that is based upon your physical pharmacy, pharmaceutical engineering, and dispensing. If your unit operations are clear from pharmaceutical engineering, if your physical pharmacy is clear, then you are going to understand the industrial pharmacy. Suppose, for example, suppose that you are not understanding the stability problem of your suspension emulsion, formulation parameter for suspension emulsion. So if you read, there is one chapter known as colloids. So whole suspension chapter is based upon the colloids. So if you know what is meant by colloids, real theory, etc., etc. So you can understand the suspension formulation problem and stability problem of suspension. There is one chapter known as surface tension interfacial phenomena in the physical pharmacy. If you understand that chapter, you can easily understand the formulation problem of emulsion and stability of emulsion. And see, there is one more chapter from physical pharmacy known as chemical kinetics. So whole biopharmaceutics is based upon that chapter. So my point being again, if you want to understand the biopharmaceutics industrial pharmacy, then you must be clear regarding the pharmaceutical engineering and physical pharmacy. If you want to understand the medicinal chemistry, you must be clear about the organic chemistry and you must be clear about the organic chemistry. That's because for medicinal chemistry, organic chemistry is the basis. For analysis also, organic chemistry is the basis. Now, NTA has given you the subject and their weightage. Lot of students they used to ask me, sir, which are the major subject, which are the minor subject. मतलब उनका मतलब ये है कि सर फार्माकोलॉजी इज अ मेजर वन, इंडस्ट्रियल फार्मेसी इज अ मेजर वन, बस हम दोनों ही सब्जेक्ट करेंगे और हम जीपैट क्वालिफाई हो जाएंगे. ऐसा नहीं होता है. तो this will not go as like this. NTA has provided you the subjects and weightage. So they are going to ask you particular number of questions from particular number of subjects. They have already mentioned. Then why you are preparing only pharmacology and pharmaceutics? That will not help. So NTA GPAT paper has a 5 sections. You will have 125 MCQs and 500 marks. So what are the 5 sections? First will be pharmaceutical chemistry. From they are going to ask you 38 questions, which will cover your 152 marks. Pharmaceutics part, they are going to ask you 38 questions again, that will cover your 152 marks. From pharmacology part, they are going to ask you 28 questions, which will cover your 112 marks. From pharmacognosy, they are going to ask you 10 questions, that will cover your 40 marks. From other subject, they are going to ask you 11 questions, that will cover your 44 marks. So they have already mentioned the different sections and their weightage. There is no question of which one is a major and which one is a minor. They already mentioned they are going to ask you 38 questions from chemistry. Chemistry means what? Chemistry means organic chemistry, medicinal chemistry, pharmaceutical analysis, biochemistry. So it is a bunch of these 5 subjects. They are going to ask you 38 questions from these 5 subjects. So obviously the 38 questions will be again divided into organic chemistry, biochemistry, medicinal chemistry analysis. That also I have already shown in the previous video. But again I will show you how many questions they are going to ask you from particular subject. Then from statistics means your industrial pharmacy, biopharmaceutics, then your physical pharmacy, pharmaceutical engineering, and dispensing. This is again a bunch of 5 subjects. They are going to ask you 38 questions. Pharmacology means 1, 2, 3. Pharmacology 1, 2, 3. They are going to ask you 28 questions. Pharmacognosy 1 and 2. From that they are going to ask you 10 questions. From other subject like jurisprudence, quality assurance, pharmacy practice, etc., etc. They are going to ask you 11. So this is the subject and their weightage. This is again very important point. GPAT study time management. So how you can manage your time? Because see, nowadays you are having semester pattern for your B.Pharm. So you are very busy, okay, in the writing the different sessionals, writing the different semester exam, practical semester, theory semester, and all that. Okay, so lot of students they used to ask me, sir, how to manage the time? Because we have to clear our subjects also, we have to pass our semester exams also, so we are not able to manage the time. We have theory lectures, practical lectures, your semester exams, whatever they are going to teach you in the college. So same thing that is being asked in the GPAT exam. So prepare your semester exam and GPAT exam parallelly. Daily 2-3 hours study is very important. So try to rise in early morning, ideally 5 a.m., and try to read the theoretical part in the 5 to 8 a.m. in between 5 to 8 a.m. So that will definitely help you for the study. So at least you have to give 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours is enough, but you should give 2 hours consistently. That is most important. So daily 2-3 hours study consistently is required. Ideally you should rise early morning 5 to 8 a.m. That is the best way to study. Okay, and prepare parallelly. So whatever you are reading for semester, read that point carefully in a such a way that there is no need to read it again. So that will definitely going to help you for GPAT exam also. So read theory part in the morning 5 to 8 a.m. and try to solve the MCQs in the evening in the your free time when you will get. So that's how you can manage your GPAT study, okay, with your semester study. Now this was the part first. This was the part first. Okay, we'll take this slide some special tips for exam, and after that we'll end the video. Okay, this will be a part first, and part second I will upload later. So special tips for exam. So first of all, you have to build a habit. You have to build up a habit of reading question carefully. So most of the students, they used to read question superficially and they used to answer. So in that case, most of the answers got wrong. You have to read question carefully. You have to understand the question. So what examiner is going to ask, what examiner is expecting from you. So that you have to understand first. Then you have to answer. Then in that case, your getting your answer correct chances are more. Now first you have to read the question carefully, understand the question first, and try to find out these kind of words, not, except, or, absent, etc. Because these kind of words, they can change your answer totally. Again, you have to decide your aim. What do you want from exam? So suppose that you have three kind of aim: A, B, and C. So if you aim is you just want to qualify the GPAT. B means you want to qualify with good rank, and C means you want to get top 10 or top 25 rankers. So if you just want to qualify, just go and attend easy questions. You will find 50 or 60 questions which are relatively easy than others, and you can solve that question. 90% accuracy you can easily qualify. If you want to get good rank, then you can solve 80 questions to 90% accuracy. You will get a very good rank. If you want to get in the top 25 ranker, you can go and solve up to 100 questions. Again, try to maintain the 90% accuracy. You will get very good rank in, maybe you will come into top 20%. Do not try to solve the problems which involves complicated calculation. I will explain this again in a second part. Don't worry. And these are my books: Fundamentals of GPAT Niper DI Pharmacist Volume 1, GPAT Cracker Achiever, MCQ book. So these books are very important for GPAT exam. And if anybody wants, they can contact me. And from these books, consistently 50, 60 questions, they are being covered in the every year GPAT exam. 100 questions are covered in the 100 plus questions are covered in the Niper exam and other exams also. For example, for pharmacist exam also is very important. For DI exam is also, this book is very important. So thank you very much for watching this thing.